Oh, that was a farce and a half. Right, where's my brew? Can't start a Minecraft video without a brew when you're a Yorkshireman, I can tell you that. Ow, still hot. Yep, why am I just staring at an absolute ton of shulker boxes and not looking round? Well, I'm at my mega build, and I have been using quite a few of these resources. I've still got a long way to go though, but I have made a start. But I don't want to show anything just yet. That's something I kind of want to leave for the end of the video. Because if I recall correctly, I think I said we were going for the tied armour trim at the end of the last episode. So that's what we'll do. Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft Survival. Yeah, I'm not changing the name or giving it anything fancy. I think we're just going to stick with Minecraft Survival. And we're on episode 11. Yeah, I've been working on the mega base, well, mega build should I say, and it's coming along nicely. However, I have kind of been a bit incapacitated for the last 2 weeks, just a few IRL things going on, but, and if I do sound a bit sniffly or my voice sounds a bit off, I do apologise in advance, but, hey-oh, it's one of those things unfortunately. But today we're going to be taking on a ocean monument. I want that tied armour trim. And I'm also after a couple of sponges. Now, I'm not sure if I'm necessarily going to use them, but I think they might come in handy. Oh, night time. Sleep the bows. Hey, Saves. My dog, my happy dog. Yeah, so I've also got myself a sniffer. Unfortunately, I did only find the one egg. I've also been carrying on terraforming, just whilst I've been, what's the word? Not incapacitated as such, but sitting around on my backside. Yeah, so I've made a start covering this all up, and eventually I'm going to terraform it. Finally got a honey farm set up. Unfortunately, there was a bit of an issue with it, and it wasn't working properly, but now they seem to have fixed that bug. But today we're going to be just grabbing some resources and hopefully getting ourselves that elusive little trim. Now I've already prepped a chest up here with a few items that we're going to need. Obviously I'm hoping the milk is going to be enough to get rid of mining fatigue, but I think it only gets rid of it for maybe 5 seconds. We've also got water breathing potions. I've got a couple of those. If you don't know how to craft those, it is simply a brewing stand with a puffer fish and then a piece of redstone at the end just to knock it up to 8 minutes. This TNT and redstone, this is purely for getting into the monument itself. You can dig your way in. Unfortunately with mining fatigue that may kind of take it out of you. I also want to take quite a few blocks. In fact, let's go for deep slate. I've got plenty of deep slate. Yeah, let's take those. You could, if you wanted, I don't think I've got any. I've got 7. If it's early game and you've not got access to a fortress yet, and you've not got access to blaze powder for the water breathing, magma blocks, and, I mean, soul sand isn't too bad, but I prefer magma blocks. They're a good way of being able to keep yourself breathing underwater. The downside to them, obviously, is once you place them, if you've got mining fatigue, they're a pain in the backside to pick back up. So we're going to head roughly towards spawn. I think it was south. Hang on. I'm north. It's southwest. So southwest of spawn, I did come across a monument, and then another monument, and then another monument, and then another monument. So there is quite a few for us to choose from. Originally, I wasn't going to bring my netherite armour with me, because the Guardians, with their little laser beam, their magic laser blasting thing, because I've got thorns on my armour, that really degrades their durability. But I've got mending on, so I can't see it being too much of a problem. Oh, yeah, so there's the woodland mansion. So spawn is just over that ridge over there, so we need to be going in this direction, if memory serves. Okay, so we've found it. The elusive little bugger was hiding away. There is more. I believe they're under the ice. I did spot them, or spot the sea lanterns, should I say. So, this is where it gets fun. And the first thing we're doing is we're taking our wings off. And we're ignoring the drown. There's the mining fatigue. Right. Well, I'm not too fussed about that just yet, because the plan is just to get in there. But first, I want to build up myself a nice little platform, just so we've got somewhere to get back to if we need to. Okay, that should do that for now. I'm going to put a bed down. Not really so much for respawn purposes. I'm hoping I'm not going to die. But more so for phantoms, because the last thing I need is those buggers joining in the fray. Oh, yes, mining fatigue. Right. So, let's see just how long it lasts for. Straight away. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. So, well, that's going to have to stay there for now. But we should still be fine. So I've got my water breathing potions. We've got our TNT. We just need to find the relevant entrance. Now, these structures, I believe, are all the same. So there should be a guardian right beneath us in this centre. And just off on the left wing and the right wing. Which, that one looks like it's underground. That's a bit of a problem. But it shouldn't be too difficult. But first we're going to try and get rid of this guy. Now the reason I brought these blocks, I don't think I brought enough blocks. And I've got mining fatigue. Let's see, we'll see how well we get on. First thing we're going to do, pop a piece of TNT down. Surround it. Completely. Piece of redstone and then just move. Boom. And then in we go. Well. Okay, that was a lot faster than I anticipated. I genuinely thought we may have to hit 3 or 4 of these. Ah. Does that make this the shortest video I'm ever going to make? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it works that way. I think we need to see if we can get a couple more from the others. Oh, it would help if I'd have drank my water breathing potion. There we go. One of these side towers. Oh, you absolute... Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Well, that was a waste of TNT. Hopefully this will blow them both up. I doubt it, though. Oh, it has. And we do have another guardian in there. I believe there's 3. Or there can be up to 3. May be wrong on that. Monuments are not my strong suit. Ow. Will you... Also, when their spikes are out, they do thorns damage. That's alright, because I've got thorns as well. Go with you. Ooh, sponge. Okay, so did we get anything from him? No, we didn't get one from you. I don't think there is much other loot. I know there's a central room, and I believe it's got gold in it. Not 100% sure. Right, please don't hit me whilst I'm placing blocks. Thank you. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, they are absolutely shredding my health at the moment. Yep. Okay, let's get rid of the nighttime as well. That might help. Right, let's see if the other one is in here. Have I come in too high? Or is he lurking around here somewhere? Let's have a look. He's there. And we got another tied armour trim from him. That's great. That means we've now got a spare, just in case I happen to slip up. may as well grab some prismarine whilst we're here. And hopefully take a couple of these out as well, just to get ourselves some extra little bits. Now, if there was only 3 in here, in theory, when I drink this milk, I should get rid of mining fatigue. If I get it straight back, it means there's another guardian in here somewhere. Ow, that made me jump. Okay, so that is it for the Elder Guardians. That's all 3 of them killed. But as you can see, look, there's cod, there's ink sacs floating to the top. So at some point what I might do is breed up my allies, bring them out here, give them an ink sac, stick a jukebox down here in the centre, and got ourselves a squid ink farm. Right. Oh, I'm going to pack up my things. Oh, I said pack up my things. I'm going to pack our stuff up and head home. That was a very short, quick, sweet journey. I love it when something like this happens. Nice and easy. Shame I can't say the same about the bloody silence trim. 3 ancient cities I've hit and nothing. And I'm still looking for the elusive heavy core. Anyway, enough of that. See you back at home. Home sweet home. Home sweet, still very unfinished, trees looking abysmal, sweet home. Definitely getting there. Definitely getting there slowly. So as far as armour trims go now, we're getting there. I still need, so what have we got? Razor Shaper, Host. So I'm missing Wayfinder. I'm still missing Silence. How many is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I believe there's 19. And I've got the netherite armour trim, so I think I am just missing 2. I'm sure I am just missing 2. Let me know in the comments below if I'm right about that. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I've not really been in this area much, so I'm not expecting much in here. Yeah, 1. That's no good. Right, are you overflowing again? Wait, are you still running? Oh, has it stopped again? Oh no. Yeah, I don't know what's happened recently with one of the updates. It's there, look. They just randomly stop. They stopped again. Okay, well, in order to fix that, I'm going to have to log out and log back in again, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but, that's what has to happen. Also, where's my phone? Ow! Why did I just take damage? Excuse me? Yep, there we go, it's working now. Is it? Yep. Which means the one at the flower farm has probably stopped as well. Okay. Or was it? I didn't hear it. Oh, it might have just stopped here, and that's why it fell. No, it shouldn't have fallen. I'm confused. Either way, Mojang, please fix your redstone. Come on. We shouldn't be having to log out of our game just to update our redstone. Actually, I don't trust you. Ow, my face. I've managed to sort of repair the creeper farm. Sort of. I did have to make a few changes. It is still spawning spiders, even if I put fence posts in there. But, yeah, I'm starting to get gunpowder now a lot faster than I was. I think that was about 30 minutes of AFK. I also didn't realise, and this is something that if you're on console, I mean, you might have already known this. I didn't, and I don't recall seeing it in the settings. So if it's new, well, there's a setting now where you can actually change the, there's a word for it. Basically like the spawning distance. So I can actually change it now, so it's not just delegated to being between 24 and 44 blocks away from the player. You can actually have them spawn up to 128 blocks away. I've kept it on the small scale setting at the minute because that's pretty much where I've lit up to around my base. But yeah, it's in your game world settings. Let me see if I can show it to you. Does my settings come up? Yeah, simulation distance. I don't know if you can see that. Mine is currently set to 4 chunks, and I can't adjust it. But I can on my other world. So I'm guessing that's something that's new that's been added and can only be changed either out of game or maybe once you set up a world. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know about that, but it was certainly an interesting find. I discovered that when I started. I've downloaded the HD texture pack, and I've started a brand new world. How many worlds do I have going? It's ridiculous. This is why I never get anything done. But I wanted to play it with some different graphics on, just to give myself a bit of a fresh feel and see if I could still play the game when I don't recognise any of the blocks. Kind of like a new fresh feeling. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's... Oh yeah, and something else I decided to try. Dripstone. Dripstone for tree trunks. It doesn't look too bad. I just feel that they're a bit too bright. But over here, I tried it on one and it didn't look right. I think it would be better if you do sort of Corrales style palm trees. That or I'm doing it wrong. But what I've got here is actually mud brick walls. And they actually look pretty good. They're just your bog standard trees. As you can see, I just put dirt, like 3 blocks up, bone mealed them. And then I basically chipped away at the wood, leaving 1 wood block left. And then just added the brick in, along with a few fence gates and fence posts. And up close, yeah, not great. From a distance, they actually look alright. So I think that's kind of the style I'm going to be going for with regards to the trees around the area, because I do want to add like a forest area around this. Maybe not up there, maybe more sort of just down the back here. And eventually this land is going to go further over that way. I've taken a little bit more off the top of the tree, so it is looking a little bit better, but again, that's something that I'm going to have to just work on with practice. It is coming along relatively well, slowly but surely, but that's because I've been working on the mega build, and I know I mentioned it at the start of the episode, so let me go and show you where I've got up to so far. So here we are back in the ancient city, obviously stripped out. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this portal. It takes just over 2 minutes to break one of these blocks with an efficiency 5 netherite pickaxe. And there's nearly 30 blocks there. So that's an hour of mining just to get rid of the portal. Unfortunately, it's right smack bang in the middle of the road, which is a little bit annoying, so I don't think there's anything I can do with it. But yeah, unfortunately, at some point I am going to have to take that out. Now, I should have brought a potion of night vision, but I kind of haven't done that just yet. I know it is quite dark. My brightness is at 100. I hope you can still see it okay. But time for the big reveal. So the idea behind this, as you can see here, I'll just give you a quick insight with the roads. So what I've done here is, originally I put down soul torches, and using the game's own lighting against it, I turned the brightness down to 30 and marked where the light source actually stands out to, and then just replaced them all with these so I could actually see what I was doing down here. So what I did is I went into a testing world and just had a practice with what blocks might make the best gradient, and I'm still not 100% convinced on the tough polish toughened cyan terracotta, but I'll be honest, when I've turned my brightness back down to what I play with it at, and these torches are removed, it actually looks pretty good. But now it's time for the reveal. Dumph. Here we go. So it doesn't seem like much at the moment, but this is what I've been working on. And I've got to admit, I'm loving the stuff in the distance. So unfortunately I had to take the ceiling up even higher, and you can't see it very clearly. I might have to go and grab a night vision potion in the end, but I ended up having to put an entire ceiling of skulk up there and mine out another 3 layers of deep slate, which So that takes us well over the 100,000 marker blocks now, just from this ancient city. As you can see, I've worked kind of using different colour palettes. The idea of this city is that it's going to be better off viewed from a distance. I'm underground in a cave, but I mean, what really was I thinking? I should have built this up on the surface. But at the same time, it looks better down here. It just has that dark, and I love the music. The music of the ancient city in the deep dark just fits so well with the kind of theme I'm going for. So if you've ever seen or read Frank Miller's Sin City, or played the game The Wolf Amongst Us, that's kind of the style I'm going for. So closer towards the centre here, the buildings will become brighter, and off in different areas we'll have more sort of magenta, purpley, sort of terracotta type builds. And in other areas they're going to be darker, grimmer, sort of like that's a nasty end of town, or there's going to be more grey to black. And then other areas are going to be like this, sort of like this beautiful orange and reds, and even some places yellow, sort of like that's a bright, vibrant part of town. Yeah, and the back, I've got a few little bits I do want to tweak around that. So obviously around the edges of these buildings, they are flat. They are completely flat. It's all an optical illusion. This is just using black wool and black concrete powder, so you can differentiate them. As you can see, every single... I'm going to take you behind the curtain now. Apart from this one here, the mall, the little 24-hour shop that it's going to be, half of these buildings are just going to be empty, just completely derelict. But at some point, I do plan on filling them out. I haven't worked out where everything's going to go yet, or even if this is the same, if I'm just going to tear some of these down. It's still a work in progress. Most of this is just a bit of trial and error. But as you can see, the way I've optimized it is just purely by using the game's lighting. I've gone for the soul lanterns, and although the frog lights are pretty good, I do find they might be a bit too bright, but I'm not sure. But yeah, up there it's... So that's basically orange glass with dark grey glass, and we've got some honey blocks. And behind them is just glow lichen. So with all these resources here, I've been trying different little methods. I did do a little bit in a creative world, but I'll be brutally honest, just building it out here and experimenting. So if I turn it down to the brightness level that I play it at, you'll see the difference. And this is a tip that actually came from B-dubs. I usually play about 30. Now, for you guys, this is probably pitch black. If I come over here, let me just look at that now. Yes, the oranges are still quite vibrant, but that's the whole point. Sort of, the brightness level drops as it deteriorates, so it looks like the street almost goes on for miles and miles, and you've just got these little cityscapes in the back. Now, if I'd done this up on the surface, I could have easily gone much taller, much higher, built proper skyscraper type things, which is probably what I'll do in these more open areas. But I just wanted that ambience of the ancient city, and considering how much I've actually cleared out, there's no way I'm rebuilding this on the surface. I'll be buggered if I'm going to do that. But yeah, so this is the start. This is the start of the city I'm going to be building. There's going to be more little shops like this. I'm going to have like little hardware stores and cafes and whatnot, and just try and keep that sort of comic book-esque, film noir type build. The biggest problem isn't the concrete powder, which is what I thought it was going to be. It is the mangrove wood. Oh my god, is that an absolute nightmare to mine. It is an absolute terror to mine. But I made the bed, I'll lie in it. Let's just catch up with chat. This world has come far, amazing. Thank you very much. It's, yeah, I've been on and off this world for the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I've had a few little trips here and there to hospital. Nothing overly serious, which sounds a bit counterintuitive, doesn't it, when Oh, if it's not serious, what are you doing going to hospital? But right, let me go and grab a night vision potion. There should be one in here. I don't even know how many of these I've crafted. Yeah, see how vibrant they are when it's light. See, if I'd done this on the surface, it would have been, it would have looked really cool at night, and then really crap during the day. But yeah, as you can see, so where I've got light, I've used lighter colours around the windows and then darker on the edges. And I've still tried to texture, even though it's not as visible. But these are all subtle little details that you have to, like one side. Like, if you're walking through the street at night, you don't notice if everything was perfectly smooth. Your brain doesn't work that way. It spots things like a big square building. Your brain would see big square building. Your brain doesn't see like drains and drain pipes. That's something you see every day, so your brain sort of blocks it out. If you don't have them, your brain sort of argues back with you and says there's something not right here. You're not used to it. So that's why I've not got too many details in yet. That's the plan. That's something... Oh no. Unstripped. I knew I'd missed one somewhere. I bet there's more. I bet there's more. That's the problem when you're working in the dark. But yeah. So all these little details, I mean, I'll be adding a lot more. At the minute, I'm just trying to get that framework up. So yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there slowly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I can feel my voice actually starting to thrash out again already. I can't stream for as long as I used to, which is really annoying. So I'm going to have to try and do my outro before my voice completely shuts down on me. Maybe get myself another drink. I've missed a door there as well. It's amazing what you realise you've missed until you stick a night vision potion on. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Nice short one again. Surprisingly got the tied armour trim on the first Guardian. And then another one from the third Guardian. So that was pretty good. But I hope you guys are all as excited for me about this base. And how it's going to look in the end. That's going to bug me. I'm going to have to deal with that as soon as. Again, not sure what I'm going to do with this portal. Unfortunately, like I say, where it is, it's going to take about an hour to tear down. But we've got a lot of space to work with down here. And this has taken 2 weeks. So, and that's me pretty much trying to get on as and when I can and when I can focus and when I could and couldn't see. And yeah. Well, I hope you're all looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next one. Well, if you like what you've seen so far and you're enjoying the videos, please, I hate asking for this. It feels cheeky, doesn't it? Like, can I have a like, please? I'm not bothered about subscriptions, to be perfectly honest. I know that's like the main thing. But I just want to know if you guys like the videos. If you do, give us a thumbs up. If not, well, it's your own prerogative. Anyway, all of you, take care. Be good people. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.